the AI boom we see in America today is actually, it's real. So NVIDIA has booked sales for the next half a decade. You know, it's over demand. Even if there's competitors going to come up, so what? You know, people are just going to keep on using GPUs forever. And you know, GPUs have a 3-year life cycle. You got to get new ones because they burn out. And I'm not sure what people are going to do with all that burned out GPUs, but somehow there's going to be a major recycling problem. But anyway, I think the point here is these investments are gonna, they remind me very much of the 1990s when people started investing in fiber optics around the globe and cables around the globe, anticipating that one day is going to be a major demand. And for a few years, these fiber lines were all dark, which means unused. And then the minute social media took off, they were oversupply, overcapacity. And people were like, oh, we should have invested in fiber optics. And I think that's what's going to happen with these mega data centers that are being built, giga this and giga that. I think there's going to be, in the beginning, an oversupply until the majority of the people catch up. So you got to think about this. You know, anybody who's below the age of 10 years old will not be able to do anything without AI. And so we're talking about billions of people, and they need infrastructure and superstructures that support those billions of people. And investing in data centers is just the first no-brainer. I'm very excited about the potential of what's going to happen in the region. And by proximity, things are going to pour into, you know, everything kind of like pours into the other market. Everyone kind of lends what they have into it. So far, Kuwait has 2 exports, oil and cash. We're the best exporter of cash. And the KIA is doing a phenomenal job. And we have companies in New York like Wafra, that's owned by the KIA and the Public Institute for Social Security and others. And so, you know, Kuwait offers capital. And the most important building block besides the talent is capital. So I think capital is abundant, and it's Kuwaitis are very thrifty and smart in how they invest. And I think the biggest companies know that. That's why they all come raise money from here. And on the last note, the largest data center project that's worked on in the UAE through MGX, with its partnership with BlackRock, NVIDIA, and Microsoft, KIA is the biggest equity investor there. So the Kuwaitis are always there. And besides being big investors in OpenAI and Google and Apple and others, indirectly and directly. So there's a lot of, let's say, harmony and homogeny with what can happen in the GCC if this AI boom really takes off. I like very much the alternative space. You know, it's a bit risky, it's different, but the returns are all there. And these are not my opinion, these are numbers. So if we look at the asset classes by returns over 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, the highest returning asset class is early stage venture capital. And, you know, and we see that today with the companies, whether it's Uber or Google or SpaceX or Tesla or OpenAI, right? These companies are all of them are less than 15 years old, except for Google. And they're the biggest 5 companies in the world. So it makes you think, like, what's everyone wasting time then? You know, but good, more for us. And so I think that once the realization happened, you know, there isn't a product that serves that purpose for this region, not just Kuwait. And I'm very lucky that the leadership at Camco and Kipco were enthusiastic about this idea as well. And they allowed me and provided a partnership that built this product called the Jedi. And the Jedi is an interesting acronym. It's the Joint Emerging Managers and Direct Investments Program, because that's actually the thesis. That's how you get to the ultimate company, is through a network of emerging managers, and then you double down on their breakouts. And that's how you guarantee access. Otherwise, you will always be a victim of adverse selection. And people think that sitting here, they're going to find the best company. When I go meet with LPs or investors, they say, oh, I don't want to wait, or I don't want to invest in the strategy or in emerging managers or any fund. When there's a good company, let me know. But if there's a good company, no one wants you. It's oversubscribed. You want to make sure you're in it. You want to make sure you're in it early so that you have pro rata, so you can double down and triple down later with material checks. Some of them understand that clearly, and some of them don't understand that as a strategy. And it's okay. Some people like short-term, quick, but they make they're very happy with the 7-8% every year in the market. Good for them, And some people want the 400 and 500% returns, but you have to wait 8 years to 10 years, and it's fine. It's just like someone likes badminton, someone likes golf. They're both great, but it's for different people.